Here's Stevie Johnson. I just reckon he went for a 1 out of 10 chance handball earlier, and then that tap. He's just got to play the percentages because they're on top, but Collingwood have had a great 5 minutes.
Joel Corey comes in, reasonably composed. You can't afford to linger too long. Christensen knows that.
Downfield, Lingy.
So very slight downfield to go to Cameron Ling.
That was Lee Brown there. He's just trying to get some physical presence in the game. He tried to just drive Stokes into the turf, gave away a free kick, but nothing really lost there.
Cameron Ling, 12 wonderful seasons, debut way back in round 10, 2000. Who knows? This could be his last game. To half forward, you can raffle it between the Cats there. It's Trent West in game number 20. He's battled through 4 seasons to get his opportunity, and he kicks, mid-range kick again for Bartel. Outstanding spoil work by the Collingwood defence. Ball working hard. Steve Johnson looking for the free through the head back. I think he's in trouble now. Chris Donlan says no.
The umpires have started well too. It's a 50-51, always err in a grand final on not paying the free kick.
Thrown in the forward pocket for Geelong. Clearing kick by the Pies, only as far as Enright. Off to Corey. Kick on the outside of the boot to Varco. Here's Ling. Good tackle, Johnson. Ball spills to Wojcinski from a standing start. Barrels one towards goal. It's off the side of the boot. And it'll be a free kick to Collingwood.
Just the way they play the Cats in terms of Wojcinski going for a barrel. Oh, nice little...
Well, he did get one high.
He did. And
quite high.
Umpire didn't pick that one up, neither did we.
No wonder he didn't dispose of the ball. So Chris Tarrant. It's a fairly low-shaped kick to the wing, and it went there quickly to Shaw, and now Wellingham. This is, well, it was looking better for the Pies, but it's a fairly rash kick. Didak got it to the boundary, which is not a bad result because Geelong had the numerical advantage there, so it's over and out.
And being opposed to Matty Scarlett, he so often beats you, and that's all Didak's got to do. Bring the footy to ground, not allow Scarlett to keep rebounding.
That's his first touch. They've got through the Geelong zone a few times, the Pies. Haven't really capitalised yet. Blair, he's gone. There was no escape for him that time. And this time Chris Donlan does pay the free.
And Luke Darcy, Darren Jolly still on the bench.
Yeah, he did the first 10 minutes of the game quarters, which was probably a bit longer than I thought he would. Problem they've got is that Lee Brown's actually better placed being up forward at the moment, but they have to get him into the ruck. He's warming up now, Jolly, keen to get back on.
Cats work the angles well, and Hawkins takes the mark. And into the 50 and beyond. Otten's resting up forward, not resting now. Almost takes the mark, not quite. Davis did well. Some thought of the advantage, but he's earned the free, and the Collingwood fans think it's about time. Stokes, the infringer. And Davis, a poking kick just for a moment. I thought Nick Maxwell looked a bit disorientated. Looking for the 50, told in no uncertain terms to get up. This is grand final day after all. Geelong 2-2, Collingwood 1-1. The skipper, it's a fine line, but they play it so well. Just inside the boundary, Dale Thomas takes the mark.
Inside 50s at the moment. 12-7 in favour of Geelong as the ball comes to the wing. Collingwood have got the numbers here. Little give to Wellingham. There he goes inside 50 with a beautiful kick to Cloak. And he will line up for his second. This time he'll be kicking from right on the 50-metre painters. Jolly is back on.
Yeah, he's back on, Darren Jolly, moving well, which is a good sign. This is the most important player on the ground for me. He has started really well, as Matthew Lloyd pointed out. A good sign for Dale Thomas, coming off a quiet final last week. But he just looks to be so sharp today, Travis Cloak. More contested marks this year than anyone's taken in a home and away season. He kicked a magnificent first goal for Collingwood.
This for his 68th of the season. Beautiful kick. Goal umpire did not move. Darren Jolly back on. Dr. Gary Zimmerman has joined us this afternoon, the Western Bulldogs doctor. And we're just having a look at a kick earlier in the game, Gary. Talk us through this, where he might have hurt himself.
Yes, you can see Jolly having his leg attacked then by the other player and abducts the leg, which will put a bit of stress on the adductor muscle.
So the Pies have hit back with consecutive goals. Geelong's margin reduced to 1. Kelly to O'Brien now. Steve Johnson out there at half forward. Kicks quickly this time. No mucking around Podsy. Adley versus Tarrant. They haven't had a real clear run at those two yet. Christensen or Stokes kept it in, and Tuvey made sure it went through.
So, Gary, from that incident, can you see that being a problem? Has that exacerbated his injury?
Well, to me, it looks like he's not quite right anyhow, so I think it would have. Absolutely.
Oh, almost a cardinal sin there on the kick in from Davis. The finest of lines. So Ben Johnson kicks to the wing and finds Heath Shaw, who's made a pretty good start off the side bottom. They're starting to roll now, the Pies. Blair in a one-on-one. It got out to the back, and this is where the Cats do so much of their best work. Hunt waxing with Bartel, and then to Ling. It was a bit of a speculative handball. Made the job difficult for Ling, taking no chances. Heads to the boundary, but it doesn't quite get there. Pendlebury had a handball in mind initially, and he was able to see off Selwood and guide the ball over Tuvi's head. Might end up all right. O'Brien adrift, gives them so much energy to Cracker. The crowd will light up because Collingwood will just about be in front. Or will they? Yes, through Cracker.
Was it a goal or wasn't it? Let's go to goalpost cam. Andrew Cracker kicks. And I reckon the umpire's got that 100% right.
Yeah, it looks like a good decision. Feels to me as though Geelong have had the bulk of the play. And amazingly, Collingwood find themselves in front. They've just been able to kick 3 really good goals at a crucial time.
Infringement in the middle. Chapman doesn't waste any time. He pumps it long. Podsiadly in front. Great spoiled Tarrant. Soccer off the ground by Maxwell. And we'll have a throw in about 48 metres out from Geelong's goal. Let's have a look again at a replay of this. Great decision.
So the Cats, after their blistering start, have slowed down, especially in terms of scoring. Steve Johnson getting amongst it. Delicate tap, Stokes. This will test the knee. Is it okay? Looks all right from here.
Just want to highlight that stoppage again. Harry O'Brien just had no touch on Stevie Johnson. You cannot allow that to happen. He only needs a metre or two and he makes you pay.
Back in the middle. And it's the Cats back in front. And that's holding the ball. Free kick going the Magpies' way. Johnson
Get a shot.
hands it back to Ball, and it's a 50-metre penalty. And Ball will be within range. And Stokes was the man who made the blue.
He's saying, I was just chasing a man, but I think he did get too close to where Luke Ball was looking to release the football. So I think that's the correct decision. A lot closer in now, Luke Ball. And as we said, he's been so accurate when he's around this range when kicking for goal.
Kicked clutch goals in the last 2 games for the Magpies. Now Ball directly in front. Only 45 metres out. This to put Magpies back in front. Stokes seeking clarification. Here's the 50. Too close to the man with the ball. And that won't please the coach. Now let's go back to the Darren Jolly situation. Dr. Gary Zimmerman, once again, you think he's really struggling now, Gary?
From the ruck throw in the Geelong forward line, he went down and he looked like he was holding his adductor. So I think he's in a bit of trouble.
At this stage, if you're a betting man, do you think you could see out the game?
I think you could see it. He can run straight line, but it's the lateral movement that'll be the problem.
Just had a couple of hit-outs, Darren Jolly, 3 possessions. He's a massive, fairly competitive individual, a proud unit. He knows that this is the moment for him. He has to stand up for his side.
So Collingwood back in front for the second time. And again, he feels the pain. Advantage taken by Selwood. Stokes flies, so Davis. More authority in the air to Swan. At a quick glance, ignores ball and goes instead for territory. Blair and Wojcinski both arrive. And again, the conditions playing a bit of a part. Ling always strong over the ball. Somehow to Chapman and then to Kelly, but again, leaving it behind. Terrific composure and a well-weighted kick for Bartel. They're on through the middle. Instead of fairly haphazard delivery into the 50. Didn't make life easy for Hawkins. He got a call at the back from Stokes, who pops up into the square. Podsiadly, Tarrant's a hard man to move. Podsiadly did everything but take the mark. Step 1 was get the ball. Step 2, get it to Varco. And step 3 is fine. Selwood. Now, the umpire didn't pay the mark, but he's paid the free kick.
What a great contest this game has been so far. You just have to earn every possession. It's goal for goal at the moment. Big play here from Podsiadly. Managed to keep the ball in. And Varco had great composure. Didn't blaze away and kick a miracle goal. Short one to Selwood. And the free kick for the smack in the face.
Well, Joel Selwood, what a star he is. Comes in his 4th grand final in 5 years. Puts it through Geelong back in front.
It's been such a tight affair. 9 clearances apiece. And Geelong leading inside 50s, but you don't want clumsy spores like that. Wellingham, it wasn't going to be paid a mark, and he's given away the free kick 20 metres out from goal.
West got high above Jolly and got the tap, but Jolly had the last laugh as he handballs to Pendlebury. Wobbles one to half forward. Bounce favours Corey. Off to Lonigan, who switches. It's a good one too. Nice kick to Johnson. He's got away from Shaw. That's not a great kick. O'Brien backs back, but Podsiadly did well to bring the ball to ground. Now Stokes. Kelly got crunched by Sidebottom. Umpire called play on. Picked up by the J-Pod. Kicks into the pocket. Hawkins is there. Reid heads for the boundary line. Stokes. Here's Sidebottom going in hard.
Key forwards for the Cats, not getting hold of any contested marks at the moment, but Podsiadly's contest then was really good. We've also seen West, when he's been down there, compete strongly. At the other end, though, Travis Cloke, to me, still the most dangerous player in the game.
Gee, Jolly did that with great expertise. To Pendlebury to the wing. Magpies starting to click in their ball movement now. Blair to half forward. They've got the extra man here. Extra 2, as it turns out. Brown to Didak. Sidebottom kept on coming, and the ball finds him. What a game we've got at the moment. It's quite free-flowing and high-scoring, given the conditions.
It is, and still Sidebottom. We've highlighted, he hasn't had the best final series. It was sensational last year, but so smart and knows when to run forward and clear in the space. Lost his man, and this would do a lot for him if he can nail it.
That is classic Collingwood play. The ball movement's so quick. They get it moving. They get it through the boundary line, and are able to find a free man inside 50.
He's only scored 1 goal in the past 6 weeks, but he was a star in last year's grand final replay particularly. You can see that is away to the right. So Geelong remain in front with 2.5 minutes remaining in this opening quarter of the 2011 AFL grand final.
And right short to Wojcinski. His target is Hawkins, who goes up high and takes a very strong grab. And there's a Collingwood player down. It's Reid. He's okay though. Hawkins to half forward to Podsiadly. Whistle, free kick, Collingwood's way.
Yeah, Dale Thomas going to take it, and you get it by there saying push off the football against Jimmy Bartell.
Thomas, a little short one to Pendlebury.
Fascinating, these 2 different styles of football. It's been a sensational first quarter, and just Collingwood hugging the boundary line, Cloak and Dawes their men, and Geelong going down the centre corridor far more often.
No mark to Mackie, who falls on top of the ball. Umpire says, "I'll bounce."
The rain has returned too to the MCG, so the conditions just get a little greasier, a bit more difficult to mark.
Ottens flips it out the back. Johnson almost threw it to Ling, who breaks the Sidebottom tackle. Kicks to half forward. Maxwell against Bartell.
Focusing in and speculating about Darren Jolly, but just watching him, he just finds a way to get to the next contest. He's not trying to do anything apart from just consistently compete, and once again just holds his ground.
Well, he's proven his bona fides in grand finals. Both he and Ottens, either of them have been in a grand final all the way back since 2005, the first time they're on the stage together. The Cats off half back through Hunt into the middle. Now there's some space here, some liberty for Steve Johnson, and we know what he does with a bit of room to move. The one-on-one is deep. He kicked it long for Hawkins. Hawkins was screaming for a free. Reid was able to out-muscle him and win the contest, but in haste, he's kicked it out on the full. So Brad Ottens will be the man to send them forward again. Down to you, Mark Howard.